I'm reading the message and ChatGPT is like, Lisa, the fact that he is texting her says volumes about him. And I think you have every right to be concerned about him getting a text message from her after you told him you do not feel comfortable with it. Immediately, I'm locked in. Do you know what I mean? I'm immediately like, whoa. Because I'm seeing this lovely couple together. And now I'm realizing through ChatGPT, the therapist, that clearly there's some rocky times here. Okay. So I'm like, I keep reading. I keep on doing a little side eye. Like, what is happening here? You know what I mean? So I keep going. So ChatGPT is like, you know, you have every right to be upset. He said he was done with her, but she's still messaging him. And honestly, I think that you're completely validated in your feelings, and you shouldn't worry about this though, because he's here with you on this date. You're telling ChatGPT you're on a date right now? This is crazy. Hello. Welcome back to The Wash. You guys, look at my cute little coffee mug I got. Look at this. For my birthday, my friends Paul and Michael gave me this mug. It says The Wash on it. It has a little coffee mug. Let me actually, for those of you that are listening and you're not watching the screen because you're driving, texting, I don't know, something else more important than seeing my beautiful face. Let me just describe this to you. Cute, redheaded man, aged 27, because I just had my birthday last week, wearing a Hillary Duff shirt in light wash jeans, holding a white coffee mug with The Wash logo on it. Obsessed. And remember, if you are listening, you can always look at my beautiful face anytime you want. I have like really bad coffee in here because y'all know the laundromat's got bad coffee. The place, let me just tell y'all, we are about to move the laundromat. Everybody say, it's honestly been a terrible experience here. I'll have to go into detail at another point, but basically it's official. I'm not renewing the lease here. We're moving the laundromat right down the street, right in front of my house, which I'm so excited about because honestly, the closer to the house, the better. They've got terrible coffee here. I'm going to have to get my own coffee machine, which is like kind of terrible, but like at least it'll be good coffee. You know what I mean? I was like, should I get an espresso? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, the Keurigs taste like dirt. I don't know what y'all are doing, but like they're like the pods, it's not working. The Keurigs don't taste good. And it's just water with coffee grounds and it doesn't taste like coffee. It's actually disgusting. I'm like holding my nose while I'm drinking a Keurig cup of coffee because they just don't taste, it doesn't taste right. Something's off about that. And I just don't understand why we can't figure out the proper way to make a Keurig coffee. You know, we need to like get some technological advancements. I feel like Keurig's been selling the same thing for like 20 years and we've just let them, and that's a problem. Anyways, oh my God. Okay, so it's been a good week. How's everybody's week doing? How are you doing? My God, Spain won the World Cup. Woo! I don't know what I'm talking about. I did go to a bar and watch it. Of course, they had free food and drinks. But oh my God, actually, let me tell y'all what happened while I was at the bar this time. Okay, so I was in line waiting for food, which was like a 20-minute wait, okay? Because the line was really long and it was free food and like whatever. So I'm standing in line, okay? And I'm behind this woman and I notice this woman has like her text on like size 100. And I'm sorry, if your texts are large, I'm going to read them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be nosy. I know people deserve privacy, not in public. You are in a public place and your font is times 300. I can't look anywhere without seeing your text bubbles because it's just the red dog went to, like, that's how big the texts were. Okay. So this woman, I'm like, why are her texts so big? And I look over and I realize it's not text, it's ChatGPT. Oh God, here we go. And like, I'm not getting on an AI soapbox today because I know everybody's tired of it getting shoved down our throats. I'm honestly exhausted of it. However, do I also think that like there is some good to AI? Maybe. I'm just saying we're not there yet. Okay. Because why are y'all using AI to learn how to wipe your ass? Like, what are we doing? If you can't drive the car without asking AI, where's the gas in the brake? We've got problems, okay? AI should not be used to answer daily questions that have to do with your personal life, quite frankly. Why are you telling a computer about your personal life? Okay, wait. Let me get back on my story. So, this woman is in front of me. And I can see through the extra large text that she's talking to ChatGPT. And I've been sitting in this damn food line for 20 minutes. So of course I'm getting curious. Okay. I'd left my phone with my friends at the table. I'm like bored. Okay. So I'm like looking and I see this woman has like prompted ChatGPT. Now, let me just tell you. Okay, it's like a 45, 50-year-old woman. There's like an older gentleman next to her. They're clearly some form of a couple. They seem to be having fun. They're watching the game together. Love. Okay, I'm thinking it's a little love story. Okay, I look over. She's talking to ChatGPT, and I see ChatGPT is answering. And so I'm, of course, reading the answer because it's from ChatGPT, you know. And ChatGPT, because everybody deserves a little privacy except when it's ChatGPT. Let me make that clear. So I'm reading the message, and ChatGPT is like, Lisa, the fact that he is texting her says volumes about him. And I think you have every right to be concerned about him getting a text message from her after you told him you do not feel comfortable with it. Immediately clocked in. I'm locked in. Do you know what I mean? I'm immediately like, whoa. Because I'm seeing this lovely couple together. And now I'm realizing through ChatGPT, the therapist, that clearly there's some rocky times here. Okay. So I'm like, I keep reading. I keep on doing a little side eye. Like, what is happening here? You know what I mean? So I keep going. So ChatGPT is like, you know, you have every right to be upset. He said he was done with her, but she's still messaging him. And honestly, I think that you're completely validated in your feelings, and you shouldn't worry about this though, because he's here with you on this date. You're telling ChatGPT you're on a date right now? This is crazy. He's here with you on this date and y'all are having a great time. And it seems like this level of trust is really building and that he is here with you and he is inviting you places. And that is the sign that you needed to know that this is something serious. Stay strong and you can get through this. Enjoy your date. Wow. Okay. Let's not use ChatGPT for that. But did you think I was done? No. Of course I wasn't done. She responds, LOL. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious what the text said. So then ChatGPT, here it comes, miles long. Well, Lisa, I think you have every right to know what the text says. I understand why you're concerned. And if you actually have a problem with it, I think you should just say, look, Robert, I want to see your phone right now. If there's nothing going on between you and Melissa, just let me see the phone. Why does ChatGPT know your name, your man's name, the ex's name, the other woman's name? Y'all are using ChatGPT for too much. It's time to get rid of ChatGPT. It is time to get rid of it because no way you are feeding ChatGPT your relationship problems and getting live feedback. And meanwhile, I'm watching her because he's standing next to her. She's turning the phone so he can't see the phone because ChatGPT is live prompting this woman on like what she should respond next to this man. And I'm like, if we are asking ChatGPT about our men, probably shouldn't be with them in the first place. Can I get an amen on that? Amen. Thank you from the choir. So I don't know what happened next, but ChatGPT told her to just go confront the man. Like, go confront him, ask him to see his text messages, say, if it really is nothing, let me see it right now. And honestly, I mean, at least ChatGPT is choosing violence. I got to respect that. Because let me tell you something. Keep those men on a tight leash. If he's being shady, tell him he's being shady. That's what I did. I don't play about that. I'll tell you straight up. You're being shady as hell. Why should I not think you're being shady as hell? Come on now. But the game was good. I was thrilled Spain won. I love Spain. I love Barcelona. And the halftime show was something. I'm really just not vibing with the halftime shows recently. Why do we need 12 people up there doing stuff? They're there for 30 seconds. It's a hi and bye. I didn't even know Madonna was there. I saw her. I was like, oh my God, that's There she went. She was gone. I was like, okay, y'all couldn't leave the Queen Madonna up there for a minute. Madonna can sit down. I still want to see her on the screen because this new Madonna album is phenomenal. And I know we got a lot of 80s babies listening to this, 70s babies listening, 90s babies. Tune into the new Madonna album. It is phenomenal. Madonna is still doing it. She's still blowing it out of the water. And then Shakira, and I did love Shakira. Shakira killed it. And I don't know. I've never really been into BTS. I've never really gotten it. I mean, I'm glad they were there. They looked like they had a good time. They brought energy, I guess. And then lastly, Justin Bieber. You know what? I'm gonna just go out on a limb here. I'm a Justin Bieber hater. I always have been. The way he treated Selena Gomez, I've never liked that man. I've never forgiven him for that. And you can say it's a parasocial relationship. I don't care. I honestly don't even like the way he treats Hailey Bieber half the time. I will never forget the time that Hailey launched her makeup brand in that red mini skirt and he came out in sweatpants. Baby, this isn't about you. Go put on a nice shirt and a nice pair of pants. Why do you think you're more famous than your woman? You know what I mean? Show a little respect. Chivalry. Hello? Anyways, I was really vibing with the Bieber that was this old school, the Grammy performance Bieber, where he was up there just playing guitar. And I was like, okay, this era of Justin Bieber I can get behind. But then he just went to Coachella and was just playing on a computer. And then this, everything hallelujah, everything hallelujah, everything hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, get off the screen. If we're just going to say hallelujah for 60 seconds, 2 minutes, I don't want you on there. Thank you. Next. Sorry. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Sorry. Isn't this the funniest thing you've ever heard? Oh my God, it makes me want to send it to a few of my friends. What about you? Yeah, go ahead and send it to 15 of them, Maybe your mom, your best friend, your boss, your sister, your cousin that you hate, your ex-coworker. I don't care, okay? Just send it to somebody. Do a little charity work. Help out the people, okay? And clock into the wash today. And while you're at it, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. Anyways, I'll let you get back to the show. Now it is time for the wash cycle. And I was really thinking about what we should do for the wash cycle today. And I figured, what better way than nostalgia? Nothing says nostalgia like a little laundromat. You know what I mean? A little 90s, 2000s throwback. I always feel like I get transported whenever I go into a laundromat. Place has never been updated. I mean, look at this place. Black checkered floor, towel on the walls. It's great. And honestly, I wore my Hilary Duff shirt because I forgot to tell you I went to the Hilary Duff concert. Oh my God, she is phenomenal. That woman has never aged. And Hilary Duff is an icon and deserves a generational run. She already had a generational run with Lizzie McGuire. Oh my God, in the Lizzie McGuire movie. First of all, y'all have never given the flowers to the Lizzie McGuire movie. It was not just a Disney Channel original movie. Let's make that crystal clear. It was also Oscar worthy, okay? It is a beautiful movie. There is some bad stunt doubles that you can tell. You can tell when she stops singing and somebody else comes on. I don't care. The magic is there. The thrill is there. She does that little shimmy. This is what dreams are made of. I wanted to be her. I never really understood the plot. I probably should go back and watch it because what do you mean she had a stunt double that looked just like her and then the man and then it was just a really confusing thing. But honestly, I was eating it up. And they don't make movies like that on Disney Channel anymore. What happened with Disney Channel? What flopped with Disney Channel? Because the movies they were making when Hilary Duff was there, phenomenal. Xenon, Cadet Kelly, Lizzie McGuire. Hello? What happened with Disney Channel? Anyways, I digress. It was a phenomenal concert. She wore her little dress that was made out of glow-in-the-dark stars. It was giving 90s nostalgia. It was incredible. And honestly, Hilary Duff deserves the world. She seems like the most normal Disney Channel original star. And we should study that. We should study her. I know she went off and did her own thing and fell off the face of the planet for 10 years and then came back. But she looks great. She seems so normal and chill and fun, And I'm love watching her on tour. She's posting so much about it. It's just so cute. It heals my childhood seeing her having such a great time. The new music, some of it's a little whack, but the rest of it is great. And honestly, I'm not seeing Hilary Duff because she's William Shakespeare. Let's make that clear. I'm seeing Hilary Duff because she's like Cleopatra. She looks good. She acts good. She's young. She's pretty. She can sing. And she's having a good time. She's corralling us together. And I'm sure Cleopatra did that. But I miss the 90s and the 2000s. You know what I mean? I had my little Webkins, my little Tamagotchis. Y'all remember the Webkins? If y'all don't remember the Webkins were a stuffed animal that they sold way overpriced. It was $25 in 2007. That should tell you enough, okay? It was a stuffed animal that had a little hang tag on its ear that had a code in it that you could type it in and then you could play a video game online. So basically the the stuffed animal that you had would come to life on the computer screen. Okay, great. Except for some of y'all were cheating at Webkinz. Some of y'all were cheating. Some of y'all were learning the hacks. And I actually still have beef about it to this day. I don't know if y'all grew up to be cybersecurity hackers, but you probably should have been, okay? Because one time I bought a little cheetah Webkinz that I was so excited about, and I took it home. I went to go enter my code. Already used. What do you mean already used? I just bought it from the Hallmark store. Because y'all were lying. Y'all were just typing in codes on Webkinz until something worked. And I will never forgive you for that. That is something that you're going to have to deal with in purgatory, because that was diabolical. And then you're just stuck. You just spent $25 on a cheetah that you didn't even want. And now the code don't even work. So now you don't even have the cool cheetah in the game. It's ridiculous. You got to go buy a whole new cheetah. You can't take it back to the store. And then like Hallmark. Do y'all remember the Hallmark stores? Oh my God. I miss the Hallmark stores. They just had crap. Just crap. It was just, I miss the stores that just had crap. You don't even know what you're walking into when you walk into a Hallmark store. They still have them, but they were on every corner. They had more Hallmark stores than gas stations in my small town. And I don't even know how they did that. But anyways, they always, when they got a new shipment of Webkinz, I was there. I was lined up. The Webkinz were fun because you couldn't kill them. Like I killed the Tamagotchis. I was always killing Tamagotchis. I was collecting them like Pokemon cards, and I would just kill them on accident. I actually think that a lot of my stress and anxiety came from Tamagotchis, because you would go to bed and then you'd wake up and it'd be dead. And then sayonara to that $15 you just spent. What do y'all want me to do? I slept for 7-8 hours and I wake up and my child is dead? You don't think that's going to cause generational trauma? Maybe that's why we're not okay. Did y'all think about that? Like, what did you want me to do? Set an alarm, wake up every 2 hours? Who approved this to go into the marketplace? This is crazy. Then you couldn't even bring it to school. I tried to. And then my teacher was like, put that away. I was like, my child is about to die. Do you want to starve my little egg here? I've got nothing else to do. Maybe I should get a new Tamagotchi. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to find one maybe on eBay. Or the new one's as good as the old ones. Does anybody know? But the Tamagotchis are just chef's kiss. Ugh, I miss it. I miss it. And the TV back in the day, y'all, I'm telling you, cable has never been the same. Everybody like went to streaming, but like in the golden age of cable, I can't even describe to you what it was like. It was phenomenal. Everybody had it. Everybody was spending gobs and gobs of money on cable. I don't know why we were spending all that money on cable, but let me tell you something. There is one channel that sticks out to me from the early 2000s, one television channel that will never be topped. The Learning Channel. TLC. What were we learning? I don't know, but that's what it was called. Did y'all know that? That's what TLC stood for. The Learning Channel. What were y'all teaching us about? 19 Kids and Counting? Extreme Couponers? Sex Sent Me to the ER? Y'all remember those? Oh my God. Who the beep did I marry? That was another one. Oh my God. I could sit on TLC all day. And I actually, while we're on the topic, I don't know why I was so hooked into this. Another thing that I don't think was like geared towards kids, but I couldn't stay away. I was so glued in. And let me tell you about the top 3 shows on TLC. Coming in at number 3, John and Kate Plus 8. John and Kate Plus 8. It was a shit show. I don't know what was going on there. Kate couldn't get it together. John couldn't get it together. We thought John was the villain. Kate was the villain. And the 2 kids, the older kids, hated John. Then they hated Kate. Then they had 6 kids. Then they got a divorce. Oh my God, I was devastated. I thought my own parents were getting a divorce at that point. They did eventually, but at the time, it was devastating for me. I was just heartbroken. Oh my God, it really rocked my world. I was like, wow, they got 8 kids. What are they going to do now? And it seemed like everybody just seemed miserable. Do y'all remember that, John and Kate Plus 8? Like Kate Gosselin and John just looked miserable all the time. My number 2 show on TLC, 19 Kids and Counting. Oh my God, they don't. And listen, I know they're pedophiles, or he is, or whatever. I know they got their problems, okay? Let's just put that aside for 2 seconds. Let's just put our political correctness aside for 2 seconds and just talk about how that was a work of art. That was an incredible show, and I was zoomed in, okay? What y'all don't know is that 19 Kids and Counting started as like 13 Kids and Counting as a documentary special that they had 4 episodes for. I found it. I watched it. I was like glued in. I was like, they got to make this a TV show. I don't know why. I was just fascinated. They got so many kids. And I was like, these people are crazy. I couldn't look away. They skipped one of the kids because they were doing these documentaries, like these like limited series. And then eventually they greenlit it for a full show. You know what I mean? For like a full season. But at one point they skipped a kid. Like a kid popped out while they were doing all the legal paperwork. And they just like, so the 15th kid, it went from like 14 kids and counting to 16. And then they just kept having kids. And I was like, this woman is old. She is like 45 or something, still popping out children. And then she was like, I can't get pregnant. And I was like, probably because you got 19 of them, you know. Look, have as many kids as you want. I don't care. But like, I don't know if that was good for them. I don't know, but I guess who am I to judge? And then let me see if I can remember the thing. It's Jim, Bob, Michelle, Josh, Josiah, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Joseph, James, Jacob, Jill, Jana, Josanna, and why were they all J names? That's when we should have known something was wrong. Whenever Michelle named all those kids a J name after Jim Bob. What kind of bitch ass name is Jim Bob? Okay, Josh, Jana, John David, Jill, Jessa, Ginger, Joseph, Josiah, Joyanna, Jedediah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan, Josie. And the youngest one is 16. Whew, it's a lot of kids. A lot of kids. Anyways, phenomenal show. But anyways, I'm sorry for the victims. I feel terrible. My heart is with you. Y'all did not deserve that. But what a crazy turn of events. And let me tell you, when there is ever a documentary about the Duggars, I'm clocked in. I'm watching it. Y'all remember Amy? Y'all remember the cousin Amy there was a cousin Amy. They had a cousin Amy who wore jeans. And they would be like, Amy's sinning again. She's wearing jeans. I was like, oh my God, let her wear jeans. Jesus Christ. It wasn't even like, there were loose jeans down to her ankles. They were like, she's committing a sin. Anyways, moving on. My honorable mentions for the TLC, Extreme Couponers. Phenomenal show. I don't know if you've ever seen that. My Strange Addiction. Also, couldn't look away. Beautiful job. And then the last one, Sister Wives. I'm still clocked into that one. There's still something happening. They've all been divorcing him. He got married to like 6 people, divorcing him, coming back. It's crazy. It's a crazy show. If you need something to do, I'm telling y'all, TLC was making magic. Oh my God. And What Not to Wear. What Not to Wear. Say Yes to the Dress. God, they really just had like banger after banger after banger. Like, where are those? I would pay for a streaming service just to watch those again. Anyways, I also saw a TikTok of this girl talking about how she like tried to nominate her teacher for What Not to Wear. And like, honestly, I relate. Like, because why did I take everything to heart as a kid? Like when they would do the castings, I would be like, I cannot wait till I turn 18 so I can do this. You know what I mean? They were like indoctrinating me. If anything indoctrinated me as a child, it was TLC. I was like, I got to nominate somebody for What Not to Wear. So whenever I saw that girl say, when she was like 9 or 10, she set up a meeting with her vice principal. She walked into the meeting and she was like, I have got to nominate my art teacher for What Not to Wear. And I was like, girl, I feel you. That would have been me. I would have absolutely done that. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Anyways, they just don't make TV shows like they used to. Like Dog the Bounty Hunter. They were just chasing down the criminals. And then in Hawaii, I was so locked into that. And then, you remember him? Dog the Bounty Hunter. Why did he look like that? He had like that long blonde hair. He looked really tall. If you've never seen the show, I watched it one time on accident. I couldn't look away. It was just so good. And then he had Beth, his wife, rest in peace. She died and he remarried. Dog the Bounty Hunter remarried, which that should have been a crime, because why did you remarry? He's been married 5 times. Dog the Bounty Hunter. What was another good one? Wife Swap. Y'all remember Wife Swap? Oh my God. I was dying to go on Wife Swap. But also, like, why were y'all going on these shows? Like, y'all were going on the most diabolical TV shows. And I was like, why are y'all signing up to do this? They're not paying you enough money to do these shows, to trade spaces with somebody. And it just really stressed me out. They can't make TV like that anymore. And that's what I miss. That's what I miss, because it was good. It was juicy. It was always, something was always happening. There was always a fight happening on Wife Swap. They were throwing down. And now they're just, everybody's afraid to get sued these days. The TV's just gone downhill. God, pisses me off. Oh my God. And also, wait, was Duck Dynasty like a thing everywhere else? Because Duck Dynasty, this is like, I guess, more 2010s or something. But you know, Duck Dynasty was a Louisiana show. a little Monroe, from Monroe, Louisiana, which is about an hour and a half from where I'm from. Okay. And I did go to Sadie Robertson's wedding. Oh, let me drop my lore. It's time for new lore. New lore just dropped. Not because I was invited, because I worked it. So let me tell you what happened. So I have a friend of mine who got hired to do the Robertson wedding. And she was like, hey, I need some help. Can you come, like, be manpower? And I was like, absolutely. Like, get paid for it and go to this B-list celebrities wedding? Absolutely. I'm going to go. So, and this was like in the prom, whatever. I pull up to this wedding, and they got married on the family compound in West Monroe or Monroe, wherever it is. They get married on the family compound. I pull up, and you would have thought the president of the United States was in the presence. You have no idea how many security checkpoints. They were taking my ID, scanning my ID, looking me up and down. Like, there were 4 different checkpoints. Okay. And then I was like, y'all, this is not that serious. Like, do y'all think there's TMZ or somebody's they're checking in my car, doing infrared? That's how it felt. Okay. It was intense. And I get in there, and it was a cute wedding. I mean, I've seen many weddings because, I was a wedding photographer. It was a cute wedding, but nothing crazy or anything. I mean, it was great. There was 1,000,001 influencers there. And let me tell you, they were so rude. The influencers, the family was great. Everybody else was really great. The people that were actually famous were actually very kind. Alfonso from Dancing with the Stars, talked to him for a minute. He was very kind. A bunch of other random people that she did Dancing with the Stars with, they were all really great. But the influencers who had 200,000 or 300,000 followers who were there, they were not friendly. Overall, it was a cool wedding. Glad I went. It was definitely an hour out of my way. And the family seems nice, but let me tell y'all, Duck Dynasty had the South in a chokehold. You know what I mean? Do y'all remember Teen Mom? I used to love Teen Mom. Actually, my mom grounded me for watching Teen Mom one time. Do you remember that? Yeah, my mom would not let me watch Teen Mom, which I think that's the problem with today's youth. I think that we were curbing the teenage pregnancies because we were exposed to things like Teen Mom. We were scared. Y'all were scared. That's birth control right there. Now, everybody wants to talk about happy families, blah, 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 blah. Everybody wants to have kids. Now you got teenagers having kids. No. I mean, we need sex education, obviously. But number 2, we need media and TV shows and movies that scare the kids. That's what we're missing today. Beyond Scared Straight. Y'all remember that one? Where they used to put them in military school, lock them up in a prison? I was terrified. But that's what Teen Mom did to me. It was scary. It was scary. I knew I didn't want to have a child as a teenager because I was watching them go through it. It was a real life documentary experience. We should give MTV a lot of credit for that, for curbing the teenage pregnancy vibes. I miss it. But my mom actually wouldn't let me watch it. And you know what? Now we're on the topic of it. I'm going to call her and ask her why. Hello. What you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Do you remember when you wouldn't let me watch Teen Mom?
Yes.
Why?
Because that was a terrible show.
No, Mom, that is real media. That curbed the teenage pregnancy rates. Maybe I needed to see that.
I don't think it actually does. I think people get those shows and see those shows and want it to be.
No, that's a lie.
On those shows.
That's a lie.
Yeah, and you have no business watching that.
Yeah, I think it's good I think it curbed the teenage pregnancy rates. Have you seen a decrease in teenage pregnancy?
No.
Well,
not by any means.
No, that's because
Teen Mom was not one of the reasons. If I did.
Well, I think that now they've stopped making shows like that, like they used to, and that was good to curb the pregnancies at that time.
It glorified it.
It did not. You saw them going through hell. You never watched it. And
I watched Teen Mom all the time.
Oh, so it was okay for you?
It was. I'm an adult, and I was a teen mom.
I think it would have been good for everybody.
Watching it.
I'm telling you, it was addicting.
You've always loved those reality shows.
I know.
Teen Mom, Big Brother, Real Housewives,
19 Kids and Counting,
19 Kids and Counting,
Cake Boss. It's a good shows.
You did have kind of an obsession with reality shows.
Yeah, but specifically TLC.
Yeah, you did love some TLC, for sure.
The Learning Channel. Sure. It teaches you everything you need to know.
It does. It teaches you everything and more, for sure.
Okay, thanks for settling. One of the things I'm actually most sad about whenever it comes to the early 2000s and the 90s and the 2010s is the food. Like, the food. Oh my God. Do y'all remember like Trix yogurt? Like, first of all, why was everything multicolored? That's where the obsession with Red 40 started in the 90s. They were just coloring everything. Why was the ketchup green? Why was it purple? Why was the mayonnaise red? Why was the yogurt purple? Like, everything was colored. I don't know what the obsession with that. I guess because it's kids and you want to like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But like, sometimes we don't need to have purple sauce. Like, sometimes that's unnatural. I was just watching a clip the other day about how like they're phasing out like food dyes in the M&Ms right now, and they can't figure out how to make a blue M&M without food dye. It's like too expensive. And I'm like, maybe we just don't make the blue M&Ms anymore. Maybe it's just good for us not to have the blue M&Ms. You know what I mean? We don't need purple ketchup. That was weird. Who was doing that? Who in the board meeting was like, the kids will eat it up, purple ketchup? No, that's nasty. I also miss the bagelfuls. Do y'all remember those? Oh my God. For those of you that don't remember. And Philadelphia cream cheese, whenever I find out which one of you discontinued this, there will be hell to pay on this earth. Do you understand? Okay? Because I will never forgive you for getting rid of the bagelfuls. The bagelfuls were these like, the best way I could describe it is like, I want you to think like a Hot Pocket. Okay? Hot Pocket, but not hot. Unless you microwaved it, but I never did. Okay, so Hot Pocket in a bagel material. Okay, so a little handheld. And it was like bagel Hot Pocket stuffed with cream cheese. Strawberry cream cheese, blueberry cream cheese, just regular cream cheese. It was phenomenal. You could pop it in the microwave. You could pop it in the toaster, heat it up. It was incredible. And I don't know why y'all got rid of that. And then, like, you know what? The biggest loss to the early 2000s and the 90s, the snack wrap. Before y'all say, it's back, it's not the same. It has never been the same. And anytime they try to bring back those damn nostalgic snacks, they're never the same. They lose the recipe. I don't know why. Because they discontinue the stuff that's popular. What's the reason for that? Actually. And then y'all don't save the recipes, and then y'all have to redo it again, and then it tastes bad. Oh, and those Philadelphia cream cheese little snack bars. Y'all remember those? It's like a mini cheesecake. Oh God. Like, I know none of this stuff was healthy, right? Like, I'm like, oh, maybe they got rid of it because it wasn't healthy. Wrong. Y'all are still making even worse stuff. So maybe it was too healthy. Maybe that's why you got rid of it. Now, speaking of 90s nostalgia foods, I have a very important drying cycle coming up for you where we are going to be trying some of the throwbacks, some of the bringbacks, some of the nostalgic eats. I'm going to be trying them here for you live right here in the wash. Okay, so now it's time for the drying cycle. Let me break it down for you what we're going to be trying today. Number one, we have the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. The reason why I tried these, they haven't really been discontinued, I don't think, but people have a lot to say about the flavors, so we're going to try that. We also have the Dunkaroos. Fantastic work of art right here. They brought these back. There's very mixed reviews, so I will be trying them and letting you know. And then we also have the Oreo cake stirs. These were my favorite growing up. I used to eat these all the time, so I'm very excited to try them. And then last but not least, we have the brand new snack wrap. Well, it's not brand new, but it's back. I think let's begin with our probably least exciting part of all of this, the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. Now, for those of you that don't know about the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks, they say, God, this is a big package. They say that the blue is different. Do y'all remember the blue Scooby-Doo Scooby snack? Oh, these are different. When did they change these? They used to be chalkier. These are like clear. Oh yeah, still hard to chew. Oh, wow. That was an orange. I didn't even get a blue one in that. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Actually, this might pull out a tooth. Do I have a cavity? I don't know. It's hurting my teeth. I don't know if I can eat these anymore. No wonder the kids were losing teeth. Oh my God. These things are about to pull my teeth out. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not loving that. But I am going to have to open another pack of Scooby snacks to get a blue Scooby. Because people say, okay, yeah, this is not the original blue Scooby. The original blue Scooby was not see-through. This new blue Scooby is like clear. For those of you that don't know, the Scooby snacks, the fruit snacks, used to have this blue Scooby-Doo that was like thick. Like it looked like it had like a cream base to it. Does that make sense? Like you couldn't see through the gummy. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, it doesn't taste the same. Why do y'all bring these things back if they're not going to taste the same? I mean, these genuinely are going to pull my teeth out. Do the Scooby Snacks check the box? Yeah. I mean, sure, it's Scooby Snacks. But, like, if you knew what actual Scooby Snacks were, you would not be okay with those. I'm going to clear my palate after that. Got me a crisp McDonald's Coke for this next one. We are trying the McDonald's snack wrap. This is the new Caesar salad McDonald's snack wrap. I don't know why I got the Caesar, but I was just like really feeling it. Like I was like, let me try it. And I do want y'all to know I'm risking my life. This has actual lettuce on it. Oh my God, it has lettuce. And if I get that damn diarrhea parasite because of this, I'm going to sue. I've been avoiding lettuce like the plague. And if I get it from this, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, here we go. Now, before we begin with this, I would like to say I am a frequent flyer of the McDonald's snack wrap. Or I would say, when they had the chicken selects. So I know exactly what this is supposed to taste like. Okay, here we go. Actually, okay. This one's close. I'm pretty positive that the new McDonald's snack wrap that they changed the chicken again. And I do like the chicken better this time. But it's not a chicken select. And I don't know what we have to do to get a chicken select back. But the chicken selects, those little chicken strips that McDonald's used to have in the early 2000s. Oh my God. Best chicken strips on the market. And that's what we need to bring back. And don't bring them back. Don't bring back something and call it chicken selects unless it's a chicken selects. And if you can't find the recipe, just don't bring it back. That's all it has to be. Honestly, I do have to say it was better than I expected it to be. So I'll give McDonald's that one. I actually have to say that one was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, next we have the Oreo cake stirs. I loved an Oreo cake stir back in the day. For those of you that are listening and you don't know what an Oreo cake stir is, they're like fluffy Oreos. You have to get them from the bread section of the grocery store, FYI, like where they sold like the Little Debbie's. They're like soft baked Oreos. Oh, I used to eat them up. They're so good. Little ASMR for you here. Okay. From the first glance of the Oreo cake stir, I'm not wowed. This is not, I feel like they used to be bigger. Do y'all remember when they used to be bigger? Like this is like the size of like a golf ball. And I feel like they used to be the size of like a tennis ball, maybe. It looks like an Oreo cake stir, you know? Like, I mean, it's got some cream, a cake filling. How is it? Is the question. It's pretty good. I think the cream used to be a little bit better. But honestly, this is a close, very close second to the original Oreo cake stirs, I feel like. So far, we're 1 and 2. I have to say, disappointed in the Scooby Snacks, thrilled about the snack wrap, thrilled about the Oreo cake stirs. Our last but not least, the Dunkaroos. These really just revolutionized the business, and they are really playing into the 90s nostalgia in this packaging. Very 90s, very Taco Bell from the 90s. Vanilla cookies and rainbow chip frosting Dunkaroos. So we're going to try it and see how it is. Before I even get to the icing, these look like communion wafers. Y'all taking communion with these? They're like a little pale. Like, why are they so pale? Are they supposed to be that pale? Oh, and the icing is also not looking good. Don't y'all just also feel like that the food looked a little bit more appetizing in the 90s and the 2000s than it does now? I feel like now the packaged stuff just looks terrible. Looks like we've got some good icing consistency here with the Dunkaroos. I'm mixing my chip. I'm not seeing a lot of rainbow sprinkles in here. That was I was promised. There's probably about 5. 1 per communion wafer. So let's try it. No, it's not the same. It doesn't taste the same. It doesn't look the same. I'm not wowed. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. This is, oh God. And the icing consistency, it's very chalky. I'm not a fan. Very sugary. We knew that. Really almost unbearably sugary. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the Dunkaroos. So overall, I would say a 2 out of 2. But can we just make one thing clear? If you are going to re-release a nostalgic product, do not do it unless it is perfect. I want it to feel like you teleported that product straight from the 90s. Do you understand? Do not just be bringing us stuff and putting it out there because you just want to make a quick buck. I'm disappointed in the Dunkaroos. Fix it. And last but not least, on our agenda today, the last cycle of the load of today's wash. Freshly pressed. I've really been like pressed about pretty much everything. I don't know. Everything's just like getting under my skin this week. But my freshly pressed for this week, do not bump my email if it has not been at least 48 hours, preferably 72 to 84, 6, 96. Do not bump my email, because let me tell you something, especially if it's not a business day. Let me break this down for you. If you are bumping my email, first of all, it better be life or death, okay? And I don't mind it. Sometimes I forget it. Sometimes you forget it. Okay, that's fine. Shoot me a little, hey, just making sure you saw this. Okay, great. But if you're just bumping an email every 12, 24 hours, no, because now you're just going to go to the back of the line. I'm not going to sit here and respond to you. I recently had a situation where somebody emailed me at 11 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday. 11 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday. I did not see it. Why? Because I was asleep. Okay? So then I wake up the next morning. I check my email, and I have 2 emails. I'm like, what is this about? Not only did I get an email at 11 p.m. about something, I got another email at 6 a.m. about the same thing. Hey, just making sure you saw this. Hey, it's been 7 hours. Hey, I've been asleep. I've been in the same slumber since the first time you emailed me. Chill out. Sit down. Okay? At this point, I was pissed off. So I was like, well, I'm not responding. Like, I'll respond at the business hours at like 9:30 a.m., okay? Mind you, that was 6 a.m. I get another email at 8 a.m. Dalton, this is really urgent. It was not urgent. I promise you. I know this material of this. It was not urgent. It actually wasn't even like, I don't even think I had to do anything. It was like the most non-urgent email possible, okay? It was like an email that was like, hey, when you get a second, can you like send me over XYZ? Sure. It was like nothing that was like life or death requiring needing it today. So I got an email at 11 p.m., an email at 6 a.m., another email at 8 a.m., and then I got a text message to my own personal cell. A text message. Hey, Dalton, I've been trying to email you and reach you, but I'm not getting a response. Oh, do you know why? Because I was sleeping. That's why you didn't get a response. I'm not responding to you. I responded to the text message and I was like, it's 8 a.m. I'm not even in office yet. I haven't even started my day. I said, I'll get it to you as soon as I'm begin working for the day. You've sent me 3 emails in a text in less than a 12-hour period. No. And guess what, baby? If it was that urgent, you should have known about it on Friday. You should have been sending me an email on Friday about this. You should not be harassing me on a Sunday night about something that honestly wasn't even urgent. It didn't even matter. It took us plenty of time to get there, okay? There was no rush. Do not bump my email. Do not say that I'm just checking in here if it has not been 48 to 72 hours, unless it is life or death urgency. And at that point, you probably shouldn't be emailing me for it. So can we just stop bumping emails? Can we stop that? Can we just stop? Hey, just checking in. Hey, how many days has it been? Let's think about it. If Jesus went into the tomb when you sent the email, would he be out by now? If the answer is no, pack it up. Maybe that's what we should call it, the tomb counter. Wait until Jesus comes out of the tomb before you bump that email again. Do you understand? Let's leave it until then. Like, and we're doing marketing. Like, my job is like not life or death. It's literally like, I'm just making stupid videos on the internet. Like, it's really not that, it's not that serious. Thank you so much for tuning into The Wash this week. I had such a blast going down memory lane, trying all the fun foods. And let me know what you think about it. How did you like it? What do you want to see more of next week? And just so you know, we have a very special guest clocking in next week, so be sure to tune in next Tuesday. While you're at it, make sure to rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Like and subscribe on YouTube, and make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Get ready to clock in. Bye.